Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the U.S. immigration news. As the United States gears up for the inauguration of the new Trump administration in January, immigration and visa holders in the country are anxiously awaiting potential policy changes. Today, we look into some of the most pressing topics that have been making waves recently, including the growing concerns around denaturalization, the evolving U.S. citizenship test, ongoing green card delays, and former President Donald Trump's immigration policy proposals for a potential second term. Each of these developments carries significant implications for millions of immigrants and their families, many of whom are navigating an increasingly complex and uncertain landscape. If you are interested in this topic, please stay tuned until end of the video. If you are liking this video, please hit the bell button, subscribe, and like it, so that you may get updates straight to your smartphone. Number 1. The rising threat of denaturalization. Denaturalization, the process of revoking someone's U.S. citizenship, is a subject that rarely made headlines until recent years. Historically, this extreme measure was reserved for cases involving serious criminal conduct, fraud during the naturalization process, or acts that posed a national security threat. Cases like these were infrequent, often targeting individuals who had concealed involvement in war crimes or terrorist activities. However, under the Trump administration from 2017 to 2021, the scope of denaturalization broadened considerably. In 2018, the Department of Justice, under then Attorney General Jeff Sessions, established a denaturalization task force aimed at reviewing cases where individuals might have misrepresented facts during their naturalization process. This task force was tasked with identifying and prosecuting cases where discrepancies in paperwork, omissions of minor infractions, or administrative errors could serve as grounds for revoking citizenship. The shift from targeting serious crimes to scrutinizing minor paperwork errors marked a significant departure from the traditional approach. Critics argued that this change disproportionately affected immigrants from vulnerable communities, many of whom lacked the legal resources to defend themselves against such charges. Naturalized citizens who had lived in the U.S. for decades, built families, and contributed to society suddenly faced the risk of being stripped of their citizenship over minor discrepancies that had previously been overlooked. Looking ahead, Donald Trump has indicated that if re-elected in 2024, his administration would expand these efforts even further. Senior advisors have suggested that the task force would be bolstered with additional resources, enabling it to review hundreds of thousands of naturalization cases. This prospect has created a palpable sense of anxiety among naturalized citizens, particularly those who fear that even innocent mistakes could lead to life-altering consequences. Number 2. Changes to the U.S. citizenship test. For immigrants aspiring to become U.S. citizens, the citizenship test has always been a crucial milestone. It is designed to assess applicants' knowledge of American history, government, and civic principles. While challenging, the test has traditionally been seen as a reasonable hurdle for those seeking to fully integrate into American society. In December 2020, however, the Trump administration introduced a new version of the citizenship test, significantly increasing its difficulty. Previously, applicants were required to study 100 potential questions and answer 6 out of 10 correctly during their interview. The revised test expanded the pool of questions to 128 and increased the passing requirement to 12 out of 20. This change, coupled with more complex phrasing and nuanced questions, made the test more challenging, particularly for immigrants from non-English-speaking countries. Critics accuse the administration of using the test as a gatekeeping mechanism to slow down the naturalization process. Advocacy groups pointed out that the new test placed a disproportionate burden on older immigrants, those with limited formal education, and individuals who had already faced significant challenges in their journey towards citizenship. The Biden administration, upon taking office in 2021, initially reversed these changes, reinstating the previous version of the test. However, the possibility of another shift looms large, especially with Trump's potential return to power. Many fear that a second Trump administration could not only reinstate the 2020 version, but introduce even stricter requirements, further complicating the path to citizenship for millions of eligible immigrants. Number 3, green card backlogs and delays. While the citizenship process has garnered significant attention, the challenges facing green card applicants have been equally, if not more, daunting. The green card, or permanent resident card, is a critical document for immigrants seeking to establish long-term residency and eventually pursue citizenship in the U.S. Under the Trump administration, the green card process became increasingly fraught with delays, backlogs, and heightened scrutiny. Processing times for employment-based and family-sponsored green cards, which typically took several months, began stretching into years. The administration's emphasis on extreme vetting led to additional security checks, interviews, and document requests, creating bottlenecks that left many applicants in limbo. Moreover, changes to the H-1B visa program, an essential pathway for skilled foreign workers, further complicated matters. Employers face stricter requirements for sponsoring foreign employees, while applicants had to contend with higher wage thresholds and more extensive documentation. These changes led to a sharp decline in the number of H-1B approvals, impacting industries that rely heavily on foreign talent, such as technology, healthcare, and academia. For many immigrants, the delays and uncertainty surrounding green cards have had far-reaching consequences. Families have been separated, job opportunities have been lost, and plans for education and home ownership have been put on hold. If Trump is re-elected, many fear that these challenges will only intensify, further straining an already overburdened immigration system. Number 4. Trump's immigration policy proposals for 2025. As the 2024 election approaches, Donald Trump has outlined a series of immigration policy proposals that build upon the initiatives of his first term. Central to his platform is a renewed focus on border security, immigration enforcement, and legal immigration reforms. One of the most controversial proposals involves revisiting the interpretation of birthright citizenship. Currently, the 14th Amendment guarantees citizenship to anyone born on U.S. soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status. Trump has argued that this policy incentivizes illegal immigration and has proposed limiting birthright citizenship to children born to U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents. Legal scholars, however, have pointed out that such a change would require a constitutional amendment, a complex and contentious process. In addition to birthright citizenship, Trump has proposed expanding the use of the Alien Enemies Act to expedite deportations and has advocated for imposing the death penalty on immigrants convicted of killing U.S. citizens or law enforcement officers. These proposals, while popular among certain voter segments, have sparked significant debate and raised concerns about potential human rights violations and constitutional overreach. The landscape of U.S. immigration is poised for significant change, with far-reaching implications for millions of individuals and families. As policies continue to evolve, staying informed and prepared is essential. Advocacy groups, legal experts, and community organizations are mobilizing to provide support and resources for those navigating the complex immigration system. Whether you are a naturalized citizen, concerned about denaturalization, an aspiring citizen preparing for the test, or a green card applicant facing delays, understanding these developments can help you make informed decisions about your future. The U.S. Immigration News Channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas such as B1 and B2, work visas such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student visas, green cards, immigrant visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5, and family immigrant visas. Thank you for visiting us today, and we'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe channel for more U.S. immigration update videos.